Cody Walker gone, Epi Coruscant gone, Cleary gone. New South Wales are in tatters. Yes, indeed. Right here, right now for Origin 2. The injury crisis continues. And what are they going to do? You also got Mitchell is under an injury cloud, Cameron Murray. Or are they just resting all these players? Tommy Turbo's form. Tavita Pangai Jr. and Hudson Young didn't do enough on debut. What can be done, or is New South Wales about to implode and Brad Fittler is going to walk away? Or can they pull off a miracle? Let's find out here at Barry Charles Footy Show. Welcome back, guys and gals, to the channel, your one-stop shop for everything rugby league. Yes, Adam Reynolds, I think selection is just about gone out the gurgler. And maybe possibly even Damien Cook because of Cody Walker pulling out. I think the game connection was going to be between them, but with Cody Walker unlikely to be selected, I doubt that he's going to take the punt. Might even leave Campbell Graham out of the team as well. So the Rabbitohs Blues might be up in smoke. But yeah, for all Rabbitohs and Broncos fans, we're probably hoping for Adam Reynolds at number 7 with Cody Walker and Cookie. But now that looks like it's done and dusted, it looks like it's going to be the Luai. The Luai is going to hold on to his position at 6, and then there's a straight shootout between Mitchell Moses, that there's rumblings that he might get it, or Nico Hynes for number 7. One or the other is more likely going to be selected, even though I would still pick Adam Reynolds, because I think he is the most like Cleary and the most likely to get the job done. To me, Luai, I would still get rid of Luai. There's a possibility you could go Hynes and Mitchell Moses, maybe. But I think there's probably putting too much on a couple. Luai's been playing there for a while, so I'm expecting Luai to keep his position. What about Cookie? Yes, Damien Cook, should he be in the team? I think so, but there's a question that maybe Blake Brayley's going to make this team, Reece Robson even. If they pick Nico Hynes, there's talks that they're going to pick Blake Brayley. It's going to be interesting who they're going to pick here. Burton, to me, just has to be in the team somewhere, whether that is at centre, which I hope he gets centre. I think he should play centre. Put him next to Addo Carr, it'll be flying, but that's no guarantee at all. But I just think if you put them two together, which will likely keep Crichton and Tor together, although I would like to see Campbell Graham in there, but I don't think they're not going to risk too many debut players, I believe. Latrell Mitchell was another interesting one as well. That's the same culture. Matt Burton, should he just go straight in there? It's going to be interesting how they select here. To me, the player that they need to pick is Dylan Walker. He is my Ruben Cotter for the Blues. He's not been talked about at all, so that means he won't be in the team, but I'll tell you what, he wouldn't let you down. Anyway, speaking of Warriors, this game is probably already playing as this comes out, but let's get into it. The Raiders on Friday Night Football. Will Croker get a call up for New South Wales? He so deserves it. He's been a long time coming. Congratulations on your 300th game, Croker. Yes, old Jared Croker. Well deserved, and you obviously knocked me off from one of my big predictions of the year. And it's good to see that you made your 300 because it didn't look likely at the start of the season. If we look between the sides here, it's been pretty even after 44 games. 23 wins for the Raiders, 21 from the Warriors. From the venue, though, it's not looking good for the Warriors fans. Only 28% win in Geo Stadium, with only 5 wins out of 18. But rules are meant to be broken. In terms of the team, the list, no Xavier Savage and Nick Kotrick on the bench means there is a lot of depth for the Raiders. Warriors, this is we've got a player on debut. We'll see how he goes. We're related to Ali Lauatiti, so we'll see how he turns up. But I'm going to say Sean Joss is going to deliver again, and they'll win by 1 point in a high-scoring game. The defense of the Warriors has been good this year, and I think that's where the difference could be. But I'm staying loyal to the Warriors, and they need to prove that they're a premiership threat this season, or a pretender, and the Raiders again can prove themselves to be a premiership threat as well. Also here on Friday Night Football, Manly Seagulls versus the Dolphins. who is going to win this game? If you look at the records this year, 42% for the Eagles and 54% for the Dolphins. The Dolphins have sort of gone a little bit flat. They need to bounce back. But their if we look at the Dolphins overall, their in terms of their attack and their defense, their attack is stronger than Manly, but their defense is not so good. So it's going to be interesting to see. Manly at home with a 61% win record at home. I think Manly are going to get the Chockies. I think I think it's going to, with no Khalees for Kafusi for the Dolphins, Manly should have the opportunity to make sure they're a chance for the top 8. If they lose, they are probably nearly season gone. And I think it's going to be a 6-point win here for Manly. Now let's go to the Saturday night afternoon football. The Dragons and the Rabbitohs. Yes, Jubilee Stadium. No Walker, no Murray, no Mitchell. No Rabbitohs win. This is going to be interesting. Well, they've all just been rested. This is just a complete play for New South Wales to rest them all, so they're ready to rock for New South Wales. Obviously, this is a danger game for the Rabbitohs. Injuries includes a big game for Lachlan Ilias. He's going to have to stand up with the key men out. It's been pretty even since 1998 between these two teams. But a poor record this year. Obviously, Dragons winning 23% win ratio with the Rabbitohs at 64. Defensively as well, the Dragons have just been, the Dragons have been woeful. And the Rabbitohs have been very good this year. I feel that you say the Dragons should win this game, and they might, but I just got a feeling the Rabbitohs defensively have been sound all year, and they continue the defense. I think they'll still get home by 7 points. Broncos versus the Knights. On the one hand, you would think this game is an easy one for the Broncos. They just need to turn up. But I'm telling you now, Ponga and Dane Gagai are trying to show Queensland selectors that they should have been in the team in the first place. Reece Walsh obviously trying to prove that he is the best of the best. But what I found a bit silly from Ponga, to give up the Queensland selection for the rest of the year sounds crazy. What happens if Reece Walsh gets injured? He would be straight in there. It just sounds craziness to me that you wouldn't want to have a jumper and say, I'll just play for Newcastle. To me, there's just not dedication enough for me. He could be redlined for the rest of his career with that sort of... I don't mind, but it's just a bit silly to me. Broncos do have an overwhelming record here against this team here. The Knights were 25 wins out of 41. In the last two games, we went by 13 plus. The Broncos have a 71% record this year compared to the Knights at 42%. All road leads to Broncos victory, and I'm going to agree, but I'm going to say by 12. Roosters versus Penrith. To me, this is the game of the round. No Cleary, you would think the Roosters win. But the odds don't say that. Sualihi out. But look at the Roosters bench. Nathan Brown, Angus Crichton, Matt Lodge. Penrith have obviously not... Targor's gone in for Tyrone Peachy, so he's out of the side. Cogger in for Cleary. Well, he'll know the system well, and he'll have a solid game. The question mark here is obviously Penrith's defence has been the greatest all year. That could be the difference in this game, but I feel Tedesco is going to have another man-of-the-match performance and lead the Roosters to victory by 6. Now let's head to the only game on Sunday footy, the Storm versus the Sharks. Another great game. The history shares the Storm absolutely morals, 44 games, 28 wins, and 60 wins from the Sharks. And lately, whoever's been at home has won the game quite convincingly. So I think this will continue with the way the season's gone. I think after a bad loss last week, I'm expecting a big bounce back from the Melbourne Storm. And obviously another sad note for you Sharkies fans, only 2 wins out of 13 at the venue doesn't look good signs for you. And a 74% record at home from the Storm pretty much says 9 times out of 12 games in the home games in the season, they're going to win. It's an outstanding record. They are going to be too good for the Sharkies by 7 points. But there is a few players though. Hynes, Finucane, Blake Brayley, all pushing for New South Wales selection, so we will see how this goes. It's a big game. The final game of the round, Monday, Queen's birthday, or should I say the King's birthday, sees the Bulldogs versus the Eels. Well, we got Pingai Jr. and Adokar looking to keep their spot on the New South Wales team, with Gufferson, Moses, Regan, Campbell, Gillard, all chances to make a New South Wales call-up. So there's everything to play for in the final game of the round before the teams are selected the next day. I feel this is going to be a fiery clash early, but I believe Moses will get them home in the end. The record is pretty even between these two teams. I just feel this is sort of one of these big games. I think Bulldogs need to win, otherwise season over, and the Eels are getting to that sort of time, and the Eels really need to win this game if they're going to be a top 8 contender for me. Because this season, you're going to have to be probably winning 2 more games than you lost to make the top 8 this year. There might be one team that might have one win more than a loss, but that'll be it, because with the extra team, it makes it harder to qualify. But to me, the Eels will win by 12 in this one. Well, thank you for joining me here at the Barry Charles Footy Show. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel, share this video with all your friends, and I'll be back with the next installment very soon.